Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that don't know me, I am Meffan. For those of you that are here every week, welcome back. If you are not a subscriber, please make sure you subscribe because you get free yoga flows every Sunday and then extra fun things every Wednesday. So yeah, why not subscribe? It helps me and it helps you. We are going to be doing quite a nice chilled out yoga practice today. Perfect for those lazy Sundays. For anyone in the UK, the weather's now starting to get a little bit kind of colder, really windy. So kind of like you don't really want to leave the house and you want to stay wrapped up warm. Well, this is the kind of flow that you can do with all your jumpers on, and you might even be able to keep your socks on. I personally would always do it barefoot, but you know, who am I? You can do whatever you wish. So you're going to actually start laying down on your front today. So coming down onto the belly, you're going to place the forehead onto the hands. And from here, just close the eyes. This is just where we're going to ground down today. We're going to find our present being on the mat. So coming to become aware of how the body feels connected to your mat right now. Feeling the tops of the feet, the knees, the thighs, the hips, the ribs and the arms. Grounding down. Noticing the quality of the breath, not making any changes or any judgments, just becoming aware of the breath. And we'll take 3 big inhales and sigh it all out through the mouth. Inhale. 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 Coming back just into the body, taking a little scan again, notice how the body feels. Any tight, niggly areas today. And if it feels nice to, just start to move the hips side to side. Just loosen out any tension in the lower spine. If you work with Ujjayi breathing, feel free to engage that throughout our practice. Those of you that do not, then just work with a nice inhale and exhale through the nose. As you inhale, just lifting the chest, come to Sphinx. So we want to have our elbows stacked underneath the shoulders. Something I see in class so often is once the elbows are back, people then wonder why they can't lift the chest. It's because we're kind of too hunched down. We haven't got enough push here. So by taking the elbows underneath the shoulders, or even just a little centimetre further forwards, we're able to find that lift in the chest. And then drop the chin down to the chest. Oh, feel that stretch through the back of the neck, through the shoulders. Stay with the breath. Lifting the head, take the head all the way back. Opening through the throat. Coming back to neutral. Take the chin down again and just take the head across to the right. So right ear comes to right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale as you work the head down through center. Left ear comes to left shoulder. Exhale, center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, center. Inhale, lift to the left. Come back to center. Just lift the head to neutral. Can move this left hand into the center line a little bit. Bend in the right leg. You're going to take that right hand around, reach towards the back, and just start to draw the right foot towards the bottom. Your foot does not need to be on your bottom. You just want to be feeling a nice big stretch through the quads and through the hip flexors. So you want to push those hips down into the mat as you lift through the chest. Breathing here. Slowly releasing the right leg down, bring the chest all the way down, and then you're going to bring this right leg up for a half frog. So the left leg stays down on the mat. You've got the right leg coming up by the side of you. This is how a lot of people sometimes sleep. And you can just take the forehead down to the shoulders. Forehead down to the hands even, not the shoulders. You knew what I meant. It's okay. Breathing deeply here. So this is a really, really gentle hip opening. And then from here, we're going to do a little snazzy twist around. So you're going to take your left hand, feed it underneath the right arm. As you take it through, you're going to roll over onto your back, and then this right leg is going to stay in a spinal twist. Head goes over to the right. You can take your left hand on top of the right leg if that feels good, or you can just keep that left arm out in cactus, whatever you've got space for. So really using the breath to create space in the body. Bringing that right arm all the way back up and over the head. Place the right hand down next to the left hand as you then push yourself all the way back through. Bring that right leg back, and we're back in our Sphinx. Lifting through the chest again. You can bring that right hand now into the center line of the body. Bend in the left leg. See if you can take hold of that left foot with the left hand. And start to draw the foot towards the bottom, lifting through the chest. Really using the breath here, pushing those hips down into the mat. Slowly releasing, placing both hands down, forehead can come onto the hands as you then shift that left leg up by the side of you. Left knee bends up, half frog. Hips are facing down on the mat. Nice gentle hip opener. Again, just softly working into the breath. And then when you're ready to twist around again, you're going to push up on the hands. Thread the right hand this time through underneath the left. Get that shoulder down as you then bring yourself around. And yes, you're probably going to come off your mat. That's absolutely fine. So you now got the left leg over the top, twisting around. Head can go over to the left side. Both shoulders down on the mat. Big breaths here, opening through the body. You can close off the eyes. When you're ready, taking that Left hand all the way over again. Release the right leg, the left leg, sorry, and twizzle yourself or untwizzle yourself back around. Hands come down underneath the shoulders, tuck under the toes, push all the way back, and then come to find a downward facing dog. So just taking a moment now to figure out your downward facing dog, either bending through the knees, a nice pedal out through the feet. And so when we pedal out through the feet, let's really make it through the toes as well. So as you lift up, you really come to the tips of the toes so they're getting a nice big stretch. Nice and strong through those shoulders. Inhale, coming up onto the ball of both feet. Exhale, draw the heels down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, drawing down. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, drawing it all the way down. Start to walk the hands towards the feet, so towards the back of the mat. Hang down here. You can bend the knees. Just releasing tension through the head and the neck. Maybe a gentle sway side to side. Heel toe the feet together and then come to sit down low on the heels, coming up onto the ball of the feet. And try to find a little balance. Hands to heart center. See if you can find a twist here. So taking the left hand to the outside of the right leg and working with the gaze to find a little twist. Always finding something fun for you guys to do. Coming back around to the front. It's not easy. We're gonna wobble, we're gonna fall. We've just got to regain that balance. Right hand now to the outside of the left leg. Finding that twist. And slowly coming back to center, coming all the way down to the knees, release the toes. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Take hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Open out through the right side body by bending over to the left. Again, working with the breath here. For any of you doing this in the morning, it's a really nice one to open through the body. Coming back through center, taking hold of the left wrist with the right hand and stretching over to the right side and therefore opening through the left side body. Coming back through center, release those hands down. Place the fingertips down behind you, lift through the chest, look up. And then interlace the hands and do the same again. Slowly releasing. Placing those hands nearer to the top of the mat. You're going to step your right foot to the outside of the right hand. Keeping the back toe tucked under, lift the knee off and then open the right arm out. So we're doing quite a wide variation of this pose. If it feels nice, come up onto the ball of that right foot and really open. Take the arm all the way away from you. See if you can gaze there. And bring that right arm all the way back down. Drop the back knee down, release the foot. And then if it feels good, come down to the forearms for lizard, or you can stay up on the hands. If you're somewhere midway between those two, you could pop a block underneath your forearms. So really breathing into the hips now. Option now of opening the right hand up onto the right knee. So a gentle bit of pressure here opening up. What we don't want is for the ankle to collapse, and see what's happened there in my ankle. So we want to really try and make this line from the middle toe all the way up to the knee and keep that line. Either staying here or sweep the right arm all the way up and over round by the head. Really just finding some nice long lines here. And release that right hand down. Come onto both hands, tuck under the back foot, spread through the fingers, come up off that knee and then push back to a downward facing dog. Take a little moment, pedal out through the feet, release any tension through the head, the neck. And then we're going to step the left foot forward to the outside of the right hand. Keeping this foot tucked, the knee is up. We're then going to open the left hand up to the sky. Take the gaze with it. Again, and then if it feels good, come up onto the ball of the left foot. And then see if you can just open a little bit more by taking that left hand back towards the back foot. Gaze going upwards. So it's stretchy, but it's strong. Inhale, bringing that left hand all the way back. Drop the knee down, release the foot. Option of staying up on the hands or coming down to the forearms. Breathing here. Letting that breath really circulate around the area that's being stretched. So all the way through the hips. See if you can feel the energy of the breath. And then option of taking left hand onto the left knee, opening gently, again, not collapsing in the foot. And then if it feels good, see how it feels to sweep that left arm up and over. Finding a nice long line here. Just little variations can make a posture feel super different. It's nice to play around sometimes. Exhale, place left hand down, push up onto the hands, tuck under the back foot, and then step that left foot all the way back to a downward facing dog. Take a nice big bend through the knees. Keep holding there. And then slowly coming down to the knees, all the way down to the mat. If you want to just swing yourself either around to the side, if you haven't got space, whichever way you end up, taking the legs out into a straddle position. So from here, we're going to flow between the two sides. Keep it small and fluid to begin with, so quite literally just like this. You can close the eyes and breathe into it. And then as you start to get a little deeper, you can flow a little bit further. Just working between the two sides. One more going each way. And then we're all going to come over to the left. So sweep that left arm around, right arm reaches over. Come into a side stretch. If you want to try a nice little variation of this, you can bend up the right foot, come up onto the ball of the right foot, grab the right ankle with the left hand, and then take the right arm over. So if you're living in a slightly more open body, this might be a nice one for you, because the more you push away with your ankle and your hand is on it, you create this really nice kind of crisscross opening through the body. If this isn't for you, you just stay in a beautiful straddle, using blocks and props to sit on if you need them. Inhale, coming up through center. If you've got the right knee bent, release it. We're gonna go over to the other side, over to the right. So right arm sweeps through, left arm up and over. So come to this variation first and see where you're at. So you really just need to assess the body. And if here feels good and you did the other variation on the other side, then you can just walk that left foot in, come up onto the ball of the foot, grab hold of the ankle, and take the left arm all the way up and over, and use the pressure between the two sides to get this really nice opening. And you can almost like twist the body up to the sky. Like I say, it's as if you are living in a very open body. That's where you'll find that twist. Maybe not accessible to everyone today, but keep practicing and you never know. Stay with the breath. And release. Take both legs out long. And we're just going to come down for a forward fold. So walking those hands down in front of you, wherever you get to. So if you need to be up on a block or 2 blocks for this because you haven't quite got enough space in the hips and in the lower back and in the hamstrings, it all counts. It's not just about hamstrings, these forward folds. There's a lot to consider. So just go to where feels right for you. Keep the legs switched on. Flex through the feet. We don't want to forget about these guys. If you are somebody that comes all the way down to the floor, I want you to work on strength. I want you to open through so externally rotate the femur. So this bone here, the upper thigh, the thigh, you want to be rotating that towards the back. And then keeping it all switched on, you can work on hovering the chest off the mat. So a super, super strong way of working mobility. So the difference of where we work flexibility and strength together, and we can become more mobile. So wherever you're at, take an inhale, coming all the way up. You're gonna swing the legs around to the front. Bend those knees in, roll back. Ooh. Hug the knees into the chest, just take a rock side to side. Hug the knees in, draw the forehead towards the knees. Release that forehead down. Place the feet down. We're going to come into a half bridge. If you have a block, I recommend using one for a restorative version. Take the fingertips to the back of the heel. On inhale, start to lift the hips. Peel the vertebrae off the mat one by one. Interlace the hands underneath the back to create more space. Keep the head in a nice central position. Don't move the head side to side. And lifting through the chest. Staying with the breath. Try not to let the knees just collapse out to the side. You want to sort of feel like you're drawing them together, but obviously not touching. Carefully, slowly, bone by bone, releasing. Taking a little side to side with the knees. And then coming to find your Shavasana. Letting the feet drop out to the outside edges of the mat. Palms of the hands facing upwards. Close off the eyes. Let the breath now start to soften in the body. Again, taking a bit of a scan, seeing how you feel now compared to how you felt at the start. Just being aware of everything that is alive in your body right now, feeling the energy, the prana. Slowly coming back into the physical body. Maybe wiggling fingers and toes, circling the ankles and the wrists. Take a big stretch overhead, maybe finding a yawn. And then rolling over to one side. Keeping the eyes closed. Whenever you're ready, peeling your way up to seated. Just finding that comfortable seated position. Eyes closed, hands at heart center. Grow tall through the crown of the head and feel all parts of the body connected to the earth. Just take a moment to be grateful for both yourself and your body, just for showing up, being here today, and to be grateful for this practice, for all of those teachers that came before us that have passed on their practice. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for stretching and flowing with me today. I really hope that you enjoyed that. As I mentioned, please make sure you subscribe to my channel where you will get lots and lots of videos. Yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.